Okay, so we're back for more Fate Grand Order. For these Heian-kyo. Continuing on, resting for a bit. I'm just gonna make sure. Alright. Noble Residence, Steel Diaries, first half. I'm just gonna look it up there. Cheat out for this. Okay. Yep. As the moon sets, the clouds part, revealing a clear sky beginning to lighten. Very nice. There's just something about her stories that really speaks to me. They make me feel like I'm a character in them myself, experiencing life in that palace. But I can't get behind using them for politics. That's just cruel for Lord Michinaga. Writers should be free to write what they want. I don't think people can really do their best work when it's just for themselves. I think that only happens when they're trying to live up to others' hopes for them. And I'm sure it's no different for her either. I think she's putting everything she's got into writing more stories to make Lord Michinaga and Lady Shoshi happy. But then again, maybe I'm just overthinking it. There are times when that is true, and times when it is not. Stories, huh? Yep, an unfinished story. I know Kauko's journey isn't anywhere close to over, and I don't want it to end here and now. I want to make sure she's writing her best story right up to the very end. A story just for her, that only she can write. You need not worry. The act of storytelling is very similar to the act of following one's dreams, finding inspiration in great poetry, and weaving one's own world. She will see it through to the end. I'm certain of it. Huh? Really? You seem awfully well informed. Indeed, I am. My own friends were great poets with similar inclinations. The city of Kyo, where monsters, evil spirits, and oni run rampant. Of late, such foul creatures have been prowling even the city's main roads. Now, something even stranger has been spotted walking Kyo streets at night. A great, hulking beast that towers over the average person. A steel monster. Indeed, the metallic glint of the beast's body under the moon's pale rays resembled nothing so much as steel. Truly the beast, with its eerily glowing red eyes, made for a terrifying sight as it wandered the deserted streets. The people of Kyo cowered in fear of this beast, convinced it would devour them if given the slightest chance. Even though no remains of the beast's meals, human or otherwise, were ever found. The end. Excerpt from a diary.
And there you have it. Lately, there have been a number of rumors about steel monsters supposedly walking the main roads at night.
I remember seeing traditional Japanese monsters running around, but...
Indeed, I too am sure as to what this means. No citizen of Kyo has actually seen the creature themselves, yet the rumors continue to spread. Should it prove to be no more than a rumor, then we can cease our worrying. However, these rumors did begin only a few days ago, almost at the same time as
the Imperial Holy Grail War.
Yes, exactly.
Steel, huh? So this thing's using steel to armor its entire body? If that's true, that's a hell of a thing. Steel's been used to make weapons such since pretty much forever, even back in the Age of Gods with Susanu no Mikoto. Even now, they say the sword that was used to kill Orochi was made of steel, and it's been kept in the shrine somewhere now. But that was then, and this is now. And while I know a whole lot of things are different nowadays, I never heard of anything like that, even as far south as Hakata. Which basically means there's nothing like it in all Japan, or China for that matter. I'm guessing it's probably just a monster with tougher skin than usual. I mean, it's not like we're talking about the Setsu armor here.
Master!
You mean Golden Huge Bear? What's that? Oh, did I say something weird when I was talking to myself? Sorry about that. Didn't realize you were listening. I was just running my mouth figuring you wouldn't know what I was talking about. Anyway, just forget you heard that. That was, well, it's one of the Genji's most secrets, and I'll get in a heap of trouble if they find out I let an outsider know about it. So please, just forget I said anything. I didn't hear anything. You didn't either, right, Danzo?
Right. I neither heard nor recorded anything. We heard you say armor of steel could not possibly exist. No more. Indeed, even several hundred years from now, in the age of war when I myself lived, steel armor was an extremely rare sight. I have never heard of such a thing being made in Japan. The only sets that existed were imported from foreign lands.
Like China?
No, like the countries in the South Sea.
Countries? In the South Sea? Oh! So, down in the south, there are actually countries out on the sea.
I suppose that is technically what my phrasing suggests, but that is not generally what is meant. No. I was actually talking about foreign lands from much farther away. Western lands, to be exact.
It probably wouldn't help to say they're on the other side of the globe, huh? Nope, I don't get it. But wherever these places are, I guess not even Hakata trades with them. Anyway, make sure you chew your rice thoroughly, so fast. You ain't touched your food in a while now. That ain't no way to show your appreciation to Lady Karuko's servant for going out of their way to make rice for our breakfast. Now go on, eat up, and make sure you savor every bite. That's more like it. Alright, Silfrost, I got something to tell you. You just keep on eating while I do the talking, okay? I want to talk about what we're gonna do about the Imperial Holy Grail War. To be honest, I don't know what I should do. I got the marks on my hand, but I never got a heroic spear of my own. After a few long days of waiting, I thought you might be my servant, but then you said you're not. Instead, you're a master who's got nothing to do with the Imperial Holy Grail War. Anyway, putting all that aside, after hearing everything your friends at Chaldea had to say, I can't help but think this Imperial Holy Grail War things don't pass the smell test. In fact, it reeks to high heaven of outright villainy. This limo guy, right? I always thought this ritual sounded pretty weird, but now I know it's this evil bastard's crazy scheme. A lot of things make sense. Your friend said to stop the ritual, right? I think that's the right idea. There's no point in warriors who've sworn to protect the country competing with each other like this. Well, I get the Imperial Palace decided otherwise, but who cares? They're morons. Anyway, there you go. I ain't about to dance to some evil bastard's tune.
Lord Kentucky.
Whoa there, don't go falling for me now, you hear?
I see you have a great sense of humor as well, Lord Kentucky. As I am a puppet, rather than a human being, I can assure you there is no need to worry about that.
Got it?
Did Lord Kentucky just avert his eyes from me a bit? Lord Kentucky?
Yeah?
Is there something I am lacking? If there is, please say so. Heroic spears are supposed to be summoned in their prime, but I am afraid I am still deeply flawed. Regrettably, it seems that even in my prime, my various functions were plagued by many defects. I have thought about it a great deal, but the fact remains that my functions are still imperfect. If I have done anything to offend you, I would ask that you please let me know.
Right. Got it. Now, do you think you could maybe... Don't forget, Danzo, Kentucky's still at that innocent age.
Oh, I see. Huh?
Dude, don't get me wrong. I think it's great how your outfit's built for mobility. But when you get too close, it's a little hard to, know where to look. Catch my drift?
I see. Is that how it is?
That's how it is. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind giving me some space, I'd appreciate it. Oh, hey! You're all done eating so fast. Alright then. Now seems like a good time to tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm gonna stop this Imperial Holy Grail War, and whatever this Limbo bastard's up to. So I want you to think of me as one of your trusted companions, just like the rest of your team. Gladly. Right on!
I, too, am glad to have you on our team.
Alright, next, we ought to figure out how it is we're gonna do that, right? Well, I'm thinking the fastest way to do it is to take down that Limbo scumbag, since he's behind it all. You don't know where he is, do you?
No, I'm afraid not. We do think he must be somewhere here in Heian-kyo, but even that is no more than a hunch.
Hey, nothing wrong with hunches. In my experience, they're right more often than not. Besides, it's not like we don't have any clues at all to go on, right? What you say this Limbo guy's other name was? Ashiya Doman. That's it! Lord Ashiya Doman. He's the Onmyoji running the whole Onmyo bureau in Lord Semei's absence. He's about as high up as higher-ups come. Rumor even has it that the Minister of the Left's keener to listen to him than to Lord Semei now. Dunzo, I got a question for you.
Yes?
Would you recognize this guy if you saw him?
Yes, I would. Limbo and I have our own history of sorts, so I am certain I could tell at a glance whether this Ashiya Doman is the original living one from this time, or Limbo.
Then we have our first objective. Hell yeah! Alright, next up, we're smack in the middle of the Imperial Holy Grail War, yeah? And since it's this crazy huge ritual that requires every Onmyoji in the Bureau working to pull it off, all of those folks are gonna have to hunker down in the safest part of the city. So I'm thinking, if Lord Doman's gonna be anywhere, it'll be the Imperial Palace.
Back when I was gathering information, I took a look at the Imperial Palace at the end of Suaku Avenue. Even though it's being rebuilt after the fire burned parts of it down, it has a strong, temple-level bounded feel, better than top-rate major workshops. In fact, it could well be even stronger than that, and I am just not knowledgeable enough to see it.
Then I guess sneaking in's out of the question.
Yes, I believe so.
The only way we're getting in there is through the front door, and with a damn good reason. Huh?
Good morning, everyone. Oh my, I see you've all polished off your breakfast. Would you care for another serving of rice? It wouldn't take any time at all to prepare.
Hell yeah! Thanks, Lady Karuko!
I'm sorry, I'm not used to hearing men speak as such. Volume. So then, you would like seconds, yes? And very much so. From the sound of it? Very well, come right up. The servants will be thrilled to know you enjoy the cooking so much.
Oh yeah, seconds would be great. Thanks. And while we're at it, we got another favor to ask you too, Lady Karuko.
Oh, yes, by all means. Anything for honored guests. Indeed, you are free to stay as long as you like. And if you have any special requests, I would gladly do whatever I can to grant them.
I knew the daughter Lord Fujiwara no Tamatoki were heroes out. You proper nobles really know your manners. I hate to take advantage of that generous nature of yours, but it's for the greater good. Lady Karuko, we do have a request to make of you. A big one. So, what is this big request?
Look, Kentucky, what were you thinking, making Lady Karuko cower in fear not only once, but twice?
It's not like I was trying to scare her. Sorry about that, Lady Karuko. See, the truth is...
You wish to visit the Imperial Palace? I see. Well, I'm sure you already know this as a warrior of the Genji. I feel I must remind you that the Imperial Palace is home to His Imperial Highness, the Emperor. Only the highest rank officials may enter, and only for the purpose of discussing political decisions that affect all of Japan. The only exceptions are those who serve the Emperor or Empress personally, such as myself, as I am one of the Lady Shoshi's ladies in waiting. One cannot simply walk in as they like. But of course, you knew that when you made your request, didn't you?
Please, I'm begging ya here.
Oh my, Lord Kentucky. Please, stop that. There's no need for you to bury your face in the floor. Dojaza, I have never seen a warrior of Lord Kentucky's caliber lower himself like this.
Please, we need your help. I promise we won't make any trouble for ya. Well, I mean, not more than we're making now. As long as it doesn't get back to the main Genji house, you can even use my name if you want. We just want to talk to Lord Ashiya Doman in the palace. So please, Karuko, help us out.
Lord Kentucky. Well, there may be a way. If I use your name when I ask Lord Michinaga, he may be willing to let you in. Still, I already owe Lord Michinaga many favors, and am a little reluctant to be deeper in his debt.
I don't want to ask you to do anything you're not comfortable with, Lady Karuko. If you can't help us, that's okay. We'll just lay low here until we come up with something else. Well, I guess we'll be making trouble for you either way, but...
Yes, that's true, isn't it? Alright, I understand. I understand very well now. At this point, owing Lord Michinaga a few more favors won't change anything, so I'll figure something out.
Okay. Hang on. I ain't hearing things, right? Karuko just said she'd figure something out, yeah? Why the sudden change of heart, Karuko?
I was a little uncertain of what to do since it was such a big request. But I'm not certain anymore. That's all. So I am uncertain how helpful I can be. I will do my best.
Awesome! Thanks, Karuko!
Thank you, Lady Karuko. Okay. Thank you, Lady Karuko. We are in your debt.
Thanks, Karuko.
You're welcome. Anyway, I will do everything in my power to get you inside the palace, but I am still not certain Lord Michinaga will allow it. So if I am unable to make that happen, I hope you can forgive me.
Oh, I don't know. I think you've got a pretty good shot. You're not just any lady in waiting after all. You're the Murasaki Shikabu. I'm sure the Minister of the Left remembers who you are. I mean, from what I've heard, everyone in the whole palace reads your stories. Oh right, you're still working on the tale of Genji, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. Don't tell me. You've read it, haven't you? No way. I'd love to know what you think. I mean, I'd really love to know what you think if you say anything I'm not ready to hear, don't know what how. But never mind that. You need permission to enter the palace, right? Then leave it to me. I'll, do the very best I can to get you in. It seems that others have, various difficulties of their own.
Sure looks that way. I can't even imagine what it's like for him. Of course, this is my first time meeting a storytelling genius. Writing stories is basically like looking at one's entire lives unfolding in completely different places and describing them one word at a time, yeah? That's a whole different, story from just recording some noble's accomplishments or rumors about some warrior. It isn't at all like keeping a diary either. I think it was Kyoko who said writers pick and choose whatever they like from real events, rumors, journals, dreams, and so on. And then they weave all those different elements together into a single story. So you start with just words, and when you're done, you've got a vision of a whole other world different from the one we live in. Man, I bet both reading and writing things like that has gotta be a ton of fun.
Thank you for waiting. Lord Michinaka has agreed to grant you entry into the palace tomorrow morning, though only briefly. Now come, we must leave right away.
That's great, Karuko! Thanks a time! Come on, Silfrost. I know you're sleepy, but it's time to get going. I'm okay.
Here, Master. I have brought you a damp towel. Perhaps it will help you wake up.
Feeling more awake now? I know it's been a while since we had dinner, and you must be pretty tired, but you'll just have to suck it up. Anyway, I gotta say, it was pretty smart of you to get us in right around daybreak, Karuko.
I'm sorry it took so long for my messengers to obtain the necessary permissions. Still, if we take a carriage right now, we should arrive at the palace shortly before the gates open.
I'm surprised they'll let us in at that hour.
Oh, well, this is actually a special exception, since this is a matter that needs to be kept quiet from the main Genji house. The Minister of the Land thought you should come when you were unlikely to see any palace outsiders.
Nice thinking, Lady Karuko. Of course, I expect we'll still have some waiting around to do once we get there. But hey, that means we ought to get to see Lord Domon first thing in the morning, right?
Yes, that's true.
You hear that, Silfrost? Great, then let's get going.
Right, Master.
I never thought we'd get to ride in a carriage. This is really something, isn't it?
Yes, very much so. Typically, carriages are only for nobility. Normally, it would be unthinkable for a shinobi like myself to so much as set foot in one. This is so exciting. I cannot believe I got to ride in a carriage not once, but twice.
Is something wrong?
Oh, no, it's just... well... Master, I'm detecting vicious magical energy signals outside of the carriage. There are monsters afoot. But don't worry. Lord Seimei's spell should keep them away from us. We will just have to go around them. That's all.
Too much trouble. Come on, boss. Haha, I bet seeing a little Ashigawa sumo will wake you right up. Lady Karuko, you and your servants can just sit back and enjoy the show, too. Let's do it.
Right. Hostiles confirmed. Moving to eradicate now, Master.
What the fuck is a cow noise? Or it's a whore, I don't know. Or ox noise.
さあ皆さん、この夏を思い切り楽しみましょう。ですから今のうちに準備。やだな。戦いです。やだな。内緒ですよ。 私のイルカは勇敢ですよ。内緒でやります。さあ行きますよ。聖女より大いなる海の恵みをお届けです。ホップステップグレイトオーシャンでオセアンダレグレス。
Oh fuck.
こちらですね。負けないぞ。さあ行きますよ。聖女より大いなる海の恵みをお届けです。ホップステップグレイトオーシャンでオセアンダレグレス。あいた。今回はうまくいきました。
Alright, next one. I think I might have to go with Seek since Tomoe Gozen doesn't provide much more of an MP gain. The gamer mother. Sorry about that.
Daijoubu. 落ち着いて。普段通りの戦いである。熱を帯びなさい。早書きですよ。カルウェイの白兵戦。今のうちに
追加援護準備せや。ああ
もちろん。
転身開始。彼方への巡礼を。我が身は天の杯を抱えて飛ぶ邪竜なり万物誘拐赤不老がアルグリーズ。シュトラセ経営追加援護準備せや。了解。
やります。
転身開始。彼方への巡礼を。我が身は天の杯を抱えて飛ぶ邪竜なり万物誘拐赤不老がアルグリーズ。
先に進みましょう。宴会は大勝利の後に取っておきます。
Hey, Asterios gave me a golden fruit. Thank you very much.
I'm amazed. We made it to the palace without having to take a single detour. That was truly impressive performance. I still can't quite believe you defeated all those monsters so easily.
Hey, it's daylight now. That's a weight off our shoulders. Man, now I'm feeling sleepy.
How silly. Were you not the one saying fighting would wake us all up?
We ran into monsters at night with Kyoko's carriage too.
Yes, we do tend to see a lot of monsters in the middle of the night, or right before dawn.
Yeah, those things really prefer darkness. They almost never show their faces when the sun's out. The only thing you gotta worry about during the daytime is Oni.
That truly does sound nightmarish. I had no idea Heian-kyo was such a dangerous place. Be that as it may, Kyo is still the most prosperous city in all of Japan. Indeed, I dare say it would be impossible for any other town to surpass its scale. Even the town of Hakata-Atsu, which serves as Japan's key port of trade with China, is still a far cry from Kyo's size. And yet, despite that,
We still gotta deal with monsters. But hey, what you gonna do? Heian-kyo wouldn't be what it is today if it hadn't been for the great Tai Shogun, Sakonue no Tamurano, okay, yeah, and all the other warriors who fought and died to claim victory here. And of course, when you got winners, you also got losers. So what happens to the losers? Maybe they all die off. Or maybe they head out to the fields and mountains and spend the rest of their days nursing a real bad grudge. The kind that lasts for generations. When they die like that, they probably come back to haunt the people they see as responsible for their fate. And it wouldn't be any surprise if their grudge caused them to turn into Oni or Tsuchigumo while they were still alive. That does sound like a really bad grudge.
Lord Kentucky.
Just kidding. If everyone that lost the war really did turn into monsters, society as we know it would have been wiped out long ago. So no, I don't think that's where our Oni and Tsuchigumo come from. Just some of them. I wonder which side old Takamaru came down on, and whether he changed his mind after Lord Tamuramaro beat him. And then there's his wife, Lady Suzuka Gozen. Some people said she was an Oni herself, or maybe the daughter of the Demon King. But who knows? Maybe she was just a really tough warrior from a powerful family, one without any horns or flame breath or anything. Not that we'll ever know now, of course. Anyways, some of the loser who nursed a hell of a grudge gave themselves over to darkness.
And even now, they threaten Kyo during the night.
You got it.
Here we are, everyone. We've arrived at the Imperial Palace. Then if you will excuse me. Huh? Lady Danza was just here. I don't see her anywhere though. Is she still in the carriage? No, she's not. That's strange.
I'm thinking the less said here, the better.
I could have sworn I saw her here. I even thought I heard her voice. But if you're sure, I suppose it must have been in my imagination. Perhaps it's because I didn't sleep last night. Well, that certainly won't do now. I need to be clear-headed and on my best behavior here. No, not just me. That goes for all of you too. Remember, the palace does not tolerate any rudeness whatsoever. So please, make sure you take extra care with how you speak and conduct yourselves. Is that clear?
Understood. Got it. No, wait. I mean... I am aware, Lady Karuko. Rest assured, I, Ikuri Sakata Kindoki of the Genji clan, have matters well in hand.
Please be sure that you do. One transgression will see us all lose our heads, myself included. Alright, let's be on our way. Lord Ashia Doman, the current head on Yoji. I have indeed heard rumors that he is somewhere inside the Imperial Palace. He would not usually be here this early. But apparently, he is in the middle of performing a crucial ritual with the rest of the Amnyo Bureau. So he is at the palace day and night for the time being. I do not, however, know exactly where to find him within the palace. All I can do is show you around while no one else is around. Whatever you do, please make absolutely sure you do not go anywhere the Emperor or Lady Shoshi may be. Make sure you do not go anywhere the Emperor or Lady Shoshi may be.
Understood. Understood.
Good. Then please continue this way. Although Lady Shoshi's father, Lord Michinaga, has taken up residence in the palace, we should not have to worry about running into him at this time of day. So please do not worry about that.
Got it. Whoa there. Hold up, Lady Karuko. There's someone headed this way. Whoever it is, they've got a real glamorous air about him. Could be a lady in waiting or...
Oh? Well, hello there. What a surprise to see others up and about at this hour. You're one of Lady Shoshi's ladies in waiting, aren't you? Murasaki something, wasn't it? Good morning, Lady Takako. My name is Fujiwara no Karuko. I am also known as Murasaki Shikibu. That's it, Murasaki Shikibu. I've been reading your stories for a long time now.
Is that Tamamo?
Yes? I'm sorry, but who might you be?
Oh, right. Where are my manners? I'm Sakata Kintoki of the Genji family. We've come to see Lord Doman about an important matter.
Well, how very polite of you. I suppose this must be your first time seeing me in this form.
Huh?
You mean you don't remember? Come now, think back to when you first came down from that mountain in Sajami. Oh, but then again, you were so young that maybe you couldn't tell your foxes from your tanuki back then. I do beg your pardon.
Not at all.
We do appreciate everything you do for the city of Kyo, Lord Sakata Kintoki. As for the, young man with the dark hair, I couldn't help but notice you seem rather transfixed with me. Have we met somewhere before? If we have, I'm afraid I can't remember. I am Takako, one of the Emperor's concubines. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure's all mine. What is this, Silk Brass? Cat got your tongue or something? Oh, I gotcha. It wasn't a cat. It was the pretty noble lady. Sorry about that, Lady Takako. I hope you can forgive my young friend here.
I see. Yes, that's quite alright. You certainly are a straightforward one, aren't you? You there. You can see, can't you? How strange. My illusions are perfect. No one but Lord Seme should be able to see my tails, or the ears atop my head. No matter how gifted you may be, this should be entirely impossible. And yet, you saw through my illusion like it was nothing. Are you sure we haven't met somewhere before? If you and I already have a connection of some kind, that would be a different story.
Oh man, this is really hard to explain.
Oh my, I see. Then we do have a connection of sorts. Still, it seems you aren't here for me. So you truly are here to see Lord Doman. Well then, that's quite alright. I'm happy to keep my nose out of your affairs. So I do hope you'll return the favor and keep my little secret. Do we have an understanding?
Uh-huh.
Good. Then do take care, won't you? Well, I'm told only and vengeful spirits have taken to prowling even within the palace walls of late.
Phew. I don't know what it is, but there was something about her that made my blood run cold. Me, Kaito Maru of Ashigara. I guess this means she's more fearsome than the giant bears on Ashigara. Man, this stuff's exactly why I don't understand women.
You're right, Lord Sir Frost. You seem like you were discussing something very private. I've never exchanged more than a few pleasantries with Lady Takako myself.
I'm okay, thanks. Yeah? I don't know what that was all about either, but... Excuse me, please. Huh? I didn't sense his approach. How the hell did he get behind Silkbrox without me noticing? Oh, you... I do beg your pardon. Could I have a moment of your time, young man? I couldn't help but notice the many impurities circling about your head. They may have something to do with your unusual manner of dress, but no matter. Please remain still. Exorcising evil spirits, huh? And ya did it so easily, without even needing to light any sacred fire. Pretty clear why they say you're one of the best Onmyoji we've had in ages. There we go. That should do it. Have you run into any creatures of the night lately? Well, that won't do at all. You nearly brought the impurities with you into the palace. But that's alright. Now that I've exorcised them, we have nothing to worry about. Ashiya Doman? Yes, that is me.
Oh my goodness! I'm so terribly sorry! Now, I have been fortunate enough to study under Lord Seimei. I had no idea some residual anger from the monstrosity that roamed Kyo at night was still clinging to you. I do hope you can forgive me, Lord so fast.
Then you mean... Did you just... help me? It is good to see you again, Lady Karuko. I mean, Lady Murasaki Shikubu. And you, Lord Sakata Kintoki. As for you, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Indeed, my name is Ashiya Doman. I am but a humble Amyoji. With the great Lord Abe no Seimei absent, I, along with all the capable Amyoji at the Amyoji Bureau, have been attempting to fill his shoes. As it is my task to protect the Imperial Palace, albeit in a manner wholly separate from our valiant warriors, I was duty bound to do something about the impurities I saw clinging to you, however minor. I'm so frost. Goodness me, it seems you're not overly fond of me. Perhaps I shouldn't have been so hasty in stepping in to exercise you. I'm afraid I don't understand why it is you're so wary of me. But it's quite alright. I am but a humble Amyoji after all. I am well aware that Lord Abe no Seimei has the love of the people in a way I never will. Indeed, the public seems to view me as something of a villain. So do not worry. I am accustomed to such dislike. It's not about public opinion. Oh? Then may I ask how you already know about me? Surely you can't have heard anything from the missing Lord Seimei. Danzo! I've been doing my best to let him blab on without cutting him off, but I can't wait anymore! Is this the bastard you guys were telling me about? Is this our limbo guy right here?
Right! Master, Lord Kentucky, forgive me for remaining hidden while I speak. This man here does indeed look exactly like Limbo. However, I cannot sense any of Limbo's unmistakable malice from him. In fact, I sense nothing evil about him at all. It is almost as if the very type of magical energy he uses is completely different from Limbo.
Huh? Is that so? Then this guy and Limbo must be different people. This is great, Danzo. Just knowing that's a big help. Lord Kentucky? Do I perhaps have something on my face? Nah, you don't. We just wanted to see you to check up on something, and we have. We're all good now. If my friend there can't seem to stop shuddering, well, it's probably because he's never met an Amyoji before. Can't blame him, really, since he's from real far away. Oh, I see. Do you mean like Sajami? Or somewhere thereabouts? Something like that!
What's all this commotion?
What's all this commotion? Where do you think you are, Doman? Have you forgotten that you stand in the Emperor's palace?
Lord Michinaga!
Oh, Karuko, it's you. And you're Kaidomaru of the Genji clan. I don't recognize you. Who are you? There's no battle for the next 2 hours. The palace played host to unusual guests today. The palace is the highest political institution in all of Japan, where the emperor himself resides. Not even warriors of the acclaimed Genji clan, or those who serve Lord Michinaga himself, could easily gain entry. And yet, in spite of all that, this young warrior and his companion said they wished to visit. Their reason: to meet with Lord Ashiya Doman, the Amyoji currently serving in Lord Abe no Seimei's stead. Along with this man, who has always seemed vaguely unsettling to me, despite his soft demeanor. Fortunately, the young warriors were successful. Their business now concluded. I thought they would turn around and leave right away. But as luck would have it, it was then that none other than Lord Michinaka, the Minister of the Left and the Emperor's father-in-law, should appear. I was so shocked I feared my heart might try to leap out of my mouth. The end. Excerpt from a diary. I am glad to see you in good health, Lord Minister of the Left. This young man here is my apprentice. I expect he will one day be the equal to even the 4 heavenly kings. I am responsible for bringing him in here, so I beg you, please be lenient with him.
Lord Michinaka, these are the two visitors I told you about the other.
Silence, Karuko. I'm speaking with Kadomaru right now.
Yes, Lord Michinaka. Forgive me.
Now, you there, boy. Let me take a look at you. Meet his gaze. Oh, how odd. It seems you are truly unafraid, even in the presence of the Minister of the Left. I see. So you are one of the Genjis of an upcoming warriors. Kaidomaru never mentioned that. If you had shown the slightest sign of fear, I would have declared you an interloper and lopped your head off where you stand. But, it seems you are made of stern stuff. Indeed. Have you perhaps encountered a great malicious spirit before? If you have, yet retain your sanity, that would mean you must be of a kind with Raiko and Kaidomaru there. Wouldn't you agree, Kaidomaru? I would. While such monstrous bloodlines have no place in the nobility, they can be quite useful in warriors, as Mitsunaka has demonstrated. You may raise your head, warrior of Ashigara. I will not reproach you for this transgression. Thank you, Lord Meat. Now, why have you done it? You said you had reason for this. You said you had a reason for this. Very well. Tell me what it is. Yes, sir. Oh boy. Now what do I do? Just how luck to run into the Minister of the Left like this. And in front of Lord Doman, no less. So, what do I do? If I mess up here, all our heads will roll for sure. Well, Sakata Kentucky, this will be a good challenge in its own right. Alright, time to steel myself. I'm just gonna have to make him understand what's at stake. Kaidomaru, I know you are not a frequent visitor to the palace, and especially not at this early hour. I also heard from Karuko that you wished for an audience with this Onmyoji. Why is that? Tell me why you have done this, Kaidomaru. It's the Imperial Holy Grail War. All those claims about the Imperial Holy Grail War bringing Kyo 1,000 years of peace are a pack of lies! Oh, the Imperial Holy Grail War's true aims are pure malice. We believe it is all a villain scheme, and that it will lead to a great uprising that threatens the peace of the entire city of Gyo. So please, Lord Minister of the Left, we beg of you, please reconsider going ahead with the Imperial Holy Grail War. A villain scheme? But Lord Seimei himself detailed the workings of this ritual in the letter he sent. A villain scheme that will lead to a great uprising, Of all the things I thought you might say, have you forgotten, Kaidomaru? This contest was Seimei's own proposal. I can understand how an innocent youth of the mountains to the east may not fully grasp the weight the words of the greatest Onmyoji of our time hold. But that is no excuse not to think before you speak. Remember, Kyo is already beset by constant threats to its peace. while it would be easy to dismiss this Imperial Holy Grail War as something not to be trusted, if true, 10,000 years of peace we stand to gain in exchange for the lives of a few foreign sorcerers is a most worthy prize. And if it should prove to be false, then we shall be no worse off than we are now. Am I wrong, Kadomaru? But Lord Minister of the Left, I am told that we only know about this ritual form. Ah, the hell with it. Come on, Minister. How do we even know this letter even came from Lord Seimei? For all we know, it could just as easily be a fake. Don't ya see how damn fishy all this is? Come on, Minister. There's gotta be some kind of villain's plan.
Look, Kentucky! Look, Kentucky! Stop, please! You mustn't speak to Lord Michinaka in such a coarse manner!
So sorry about that. I mean, forgive me, Lord Minister of the Left. But I meant every word I said. Please, at least believe me about that. You have certainly never been this insistent about anything before, Kadomaru. I can also see you are by no means an experienced liar. You say a villain is behind this. Tell me more. Well, what do you know? You're a lot more reasonable than I thought, Michinaka.
Lord Kentucky!
A man called Limbo. Oh? I'm positive he's the one behind the Imperial Holy Grail War. Go on. So, you believe this to be the scheme of a villain from another world, do you? Fascinating. Indeed, we do know there are worlds beyond Japan and China, as evidenced by the different casters from distant lands we have already seen. And it does stand to reason that not every person from these other worlds would be kind and pure of heart. So I can see the logic behind your claims. However, everything about the letter we received, from the crest on its seal to the strokes in its writing, matches Seimei's other letters. Isn't that right, Joman? Yes, Lord Minister. I'm certain of it. I still don't trust that Doman guy, but if Danzo says it ain't him, I'll just have to trust that it ain't. Besides, accusing him of being Limbo now won't get us anywhere. Is something wrong? No, it's nothing. Furthermore, you have no evidence to verify your claims. It is one thing to make claims about this Limbo person being behind it all, but as of now, we have only your word. And we cannot halt the Imperial Holy Grail War on your word alone. Damn it! I should have seen that coming! Of course, that's how this was gonna go when we had no plan for things to go like they have. Right now, the only proof we got is Stokefrost and the rest of the Chaldeans' word. I believe him. I'm already totally on board. But of course, Lord Michinaka isn't gonna go for it. Especially when he doesn't have the same bad feeling about all this that I got. So now what do we do? However, I am a reasonable man. If you claim that the Imperial Holy Grail War is in fact a wicked scheme that must be stopped, then bring me proof! Michinaga! Watch your tongue, Kadomaru. Now, as I was saying, you may either bring me proof that this is all some wicked scheme, or if all the masters remaining in the Imperial Holy Grail War were to refuse to compete, that would effectively halt the ritual as well. Lord Michinaga, that would... Am I wrong? No, it would indeed be impossible to complete the ritual if the master refused to participate. As I thought. And those are not the only ways. If the Genji clan, the protectors of our city, were to determine that the Imperial Holy Grail War is indeed evil, I would certainly be willing to believe them. There are few tasks more important than protecting the city where the Emperor resides. So if the clan charged with that task were to abandon this ritual in favor of protecting the city, I would certainly have no grounds to object. How does that sound? Hey, yeah! You really are a reasonable guy, Michinaga. This aura. Oh, it's you. Watanabe no Tsuna. Brother Tsuna? I overheard your discussion. My apologies. I never thought we would both ask to enter the palace, Kentoki, let alone do so at the same time. Unfortunately for him, Lord Minister of the Left, your proposal will not be possible. I am both a master in the Imperial Holy Grail War and a member of the Genji clan, which means neither of your conditions can be met. For I am devoted to seeing the Imperial Holy Grail War through to completion. Ah, if it isn't Tsuna, the warrior of Genji entrusted with the prize Hichikiri. It seems as though you have your work cut out for you, Kentoki. Tsuna? Kentoki, I told you I would have you show me your left hand the next time we met. Did ya now? If we were not in the Imperial Palace right now, Equiri, I would take a look right now and cut you down where you stand. However, it seems the terrain advantage lies with you now. So, you made me go back on my word. It would seem that here, at least, you are the superior fighter. Well, thanks. That's awful nice of ya. Both of you, cut it out right now! Oh, brave and powerful Genji warriors, please, no further! This is the Imperial Palace. You simply cannot fight here. I beg of you, do stay your blades. So, there we have it. We might not be any closer to finding Limbo, but at least now we know he and Lord Doman are different people. And the Minister of the Left even gave us a chance to stop the whole Imperial Grail War. I'd say we got luckier than we could have hoped for. All we gotta do is get either the Genji clan or the other master to wash their hands of it. So, what's our next move?
While Lord Watanabe no Tsuna does pose a major threat, if we put him aside for now, I believe our best option would be to find the 3 remaining pairs of masters and servants. Unless it would be easier to convince a majority of the Genji clan to denounce the Imperial Holy Grail War instead.
Nah, you're right. Boss Raiko ain't gonna be much help right now, so sorry about that. Then we should start by gathering information. Right on! Gotcha! Man, you don't waste a second, do ya? I like ya. You almost remind me of the Imperial officers. You used to poking around unfamiliar places or something so fast? Then I have to make sure I don't fall behind. Well, we won't get anywhere without information, so... You got that right? Okay then, let's go see what the hot gossip is.
The city is so much livelier now than it was at night. The difference is truly, well, night and day. I suppose I should have expected as much. No, truly, this is what it should be like all of the time.
Pretty much. Come to think of it, you two still haven't seen what it's like during the day, huh? Guess that makes sense, since we had to stay inside Karuko's house all day yesterday. Hey, it's Kentucky!
Hey, it's Kentucky, and it was you! Hi, Kentucky.
Oh, if it isn't Kaido of Sajami, have you grown even bigger since I last saw you? Tell me, does the leader of the Genji know you're going around town with such a lovely lady?
Here, Kentucky, have some mochi. Don't worry, it's my tree.
Oh, hey, this is great. We don't even have to go around looking for people to talk to. They're coming to us. That'll save us some time. Hey, everyone! You heard about anything weird happening lately? Are we talking about nighttime or daytime? It better be day. What with all the monsters who come out at night?
We haven't seen a Tenku much lately. The only weird thing I can think of is that Oni, the one from Mountain Ui.
What? Her? She's no big deal. The Genji are around to handle exactly that kind of thing. Me? I'm more worried about the Tsuchigumo. I heard they've even been showing up around Side Road at night lately.
At night? Well, that's no surprise. At nighttime, they show up around Suraku Avenue too.
What? No, they don't. Come on, Kaido. Tell them I'm right. Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, no, you don't. The only sort of Tsuchiguma Genji warrior needs to worry about are the big ones. It's the officer's job to handle the monsters that wander around Kyo at night, right?
Thanks for saying so. We don't usually divide the work up that neat and tidy. But yeah, that's basically right.
Oh! Kentucky! What about the steel monster?
Eh? I think we've heard of that one, haven't we?
The steel monster. A great hulking beast that wanders the streets of Kyo at night, and that towers over the average person. That's it! You know that Inari shrine down the road from the palace? Well, my big sister said she saw it slipping out from the grounds there.
There are monsters out there that not even the great virtues of Inari can do anything about. Yikes, that's scary.
Oh, you mean a shrine where they keep the Inari palanquin? Yeah, I think I've heard that one too. My cousin has a daughter who lives out near Nishibojo, LA. And she said a big steel monster shows up around midnight making weird creaking noises.
So, how long has the steel monster been showing up? Has it always been around? Or is this more of a recent thing?
I'm not sure. I think I heard about it yesterday. Or maybe the day before. My sister said she saw it yesterday. Master.
We better look into it.
Yes, Master.
Then let's go check it out. Danzo, let Karuko know we'll be coming back late, will ya?
Understood.
Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it. I guess it has something to do with the Fran's error or something like that. Maybe. Because they had problem with the app for the iOS version. That's kind of dumb. Thank God, I don't have to read it again. Is there any errors in it? I don't think there's no compensation whatsoever, but it's just like update for somewhere. I don't know why. But it's just straight up weird anyway. Alright. Next. Bunch of swords, but there will be a caster. I'm still gonna use this, like, bonding, because since it's just pretty much easy. And there's no, like, boss fight yet. Alright, it's nighttime now. So far, there ain't been anything weird. Man, it's been forever since I had company at a stakeout. Now I feel like a detective in a cop show. I guess you're used to this sort of thing, huh, Kentucky? Not as much as an actual officer. Catching thieves and looking for people is usually their thing. Our job's to deal with the Oni trying to take over Kyo, and to take out monsters like the great Tsuchigumo. We also exorcise ghosts that show up in temples or noble houses, take care of any stragglers who crop up from the rebellion in eastern Japan. Things like that, basically. But every now and then, we get jobs that involve taking a page from the officer book, like this. Jobs that involve laying low, hiding out, and investigating the truth behind a rumor or mystery. Though it's all a pain in the ass, there's just so many people out in the city. And any place with a lot of people seems like it always has more than its share of trouble. I take it you don't much care for crowded places? Can't say I do, no. Did I mention I grew up on a mountain? It was Mountain Ashikagara, way off to the east in a place called Sajami. And of course, there weren't any other people around. Only other things there were beast, and more beast. Oh, and the occasional Oni. So I never saw this kind of thing back up on the mountain. There weren't any kinds running around laughing, or mothers cooking, or men working. Like I said, there weren't any other people at all up there. So now that I live in the city, and I see that sort of thing all the time, I've really come to love him. Not sure I will ever really feel at home in the city, and I'm not big on crowds. Still love those people anyway. I mean, I guess I like the way the beasts up on the mountain went about living their lives doing whatever they felt like too. But even though it's real similar, it ain't quite the same thing, is it? I guess the best way I can put it is, they're different, but they're also not. I think I know what you mean.
I'm back, Master. As you wished. I informed Lady Karuko that we would be returning late this evening.
Great! Thanks, Danzo!
Also, on my way here, I ran a quick scan of the Inari Shrine grounds and the surrounding area, and discovered a small shrine over by the tall grass that leads directly to a natural cavern.
Nice! That's really, oh! Golden! Right, Silkfrost? It could be the Steel Monsters base. Let's check it out. Hell yeah! So, there's an underground cave out here in Inari Shrine, huh? You're right. It does look like it was naturally formed. I wonder how far back it goes. It probably ain't that deep, since I'm not feeling much in the way of wind, but... Ha! What do you know? I'm usually pretty dense when it comes to these sorts of things. But even I can tell there's something unusual here.
Indeed, my sensors are detecting the same thing. This cavern may not be very deep, but it is located right on top of a ley line rich in magical energy.
That means we can use way more magical energy than usual, right? I don't know anything about magical energy, but I can tell there's something ominous about this place. Perfect for a monster's nest, or for an Onmyoji's sacred fire. So does that mean this is a good place, or a bad one?
If Lady Mash were here, she could put down a summoning circle. But never mind that now. The important thing is, this cave would be a tremendous asset to any participant in the Holy Grail War. It would be an invaluable source of magical energy for Master and Heroic Spirit alike. And for the Imperial Holy Grail War, it would be a key strategic point for any caster.
So that means... Looks like we hit the jackpot on our first try. There's something in here. It could be monsters, or Oni, or Tsuchiku Gumo. Hell, maybe it's even another visitor from a different world.
Magical energy signal detected up ahead. Measuring energy levels now. Wherever they are not servants.
Robots. Have I seen them in London? Aha! So these things are the steel monsters those people were talking about. If helter-skelters there are here, does that mean... Interesting! These things really are made of solid steel. They may look like it, but they ain't sets of armor. We haven't heard a name, so they aren't masters. So I guess that means we've got ourselves some casters?
No, they themselves are not casters. I suspect they are familiars, or perhaps clones. Here they come!
出陣します。総員構えてください。早炊きですよ。カルウェナ早炊きですよ。カルウェナ早炊きですよ。カルウェナ冗談ね。白兵戦でした。こちらですね。内緒ですよ。内緒です。眩しいですよ。さあ行きますよ。聖女より大いなる海の恵みをお届けです。ホップステップグレイトオーシャンでオセアンダレグレス輝きそれあいた
Charles Babbage.
とっておきのクルーズをでは一息入れましょう。さあ行きますよ。聖女より大いなる海の恵みをお届けです。ホップステップグレイトオーシャンでオセアンダレグレスせーの
What?
キャッチ&リリース
Ow. Ow.
内緒ですよ。内緒ですよ。ショータイム。青い空、エメラルドの海、そしてたくさんのお友達。みんな受け取って。でオセアンダレグレス。
Got him.
あいた。頑張ってね。みんなではもちろん。さあ行きますよ。聖女より大いなる海の恵みをお届けです。ホップステップグレイトオーシャンでオセアンダレグレスあいた。ああ鐘の音が聞こえる。
They stopped. That was really easy. Were those things illusions or something?
No, I believe they were either familiars or clones, as I originally suspected.
So they were Shikigami, huh?
Something like that. This cavern may not lie right on the intersection between all the city's ley lines, but it is still abundant in dense magical energy. It would be a tremendous asset for a caster. It would also be the perfect nest for certain types of monsters. I expect the caster who discovered this cave likely placed those things here to ward off unwelcome creatures.
Gotcha. Those things were nearly enough to take down a master, though it makes a lot of sense if they were being used for pest control instead. Those were helter-skelters.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you said that before too. What are those? I'm guessing they're Charles Babbage's familiars. Babbage? Now that's a fun name if ever I've heard one. What's he like? Where's he from? Is he one of your allies from Chaldea? Or is he a caster from a foreign land, like I'm guessing?
I am not entirely sure how to describe him, but you may think of him as a caster. However, even if he is the same heroic spirit we know, he would be a completely different person now that he has been summoned to this time and place.
Huh?
My apologies. Charles Babbage is indeed a caster. He is a heroic spirit who made a mark of humanity in the distant past. Well, considering our current time period, I suppose it would be the distant future. And we do indeed know his name and what he looks like at Chaldea.
Huh? Okay. He's a genius mathematician who invented the difference engines. Difference engine? What's that? Basically, he's a heroic spirit who dreamed of a different world. A different world?
The difference engine would later be developed further into an analytical engine. I am told it was a landmark invention that enabled people to perform calculations well beyond human capability, which in turn led to a great cultural development. Lord Babbage hoped to use it to bring about a new chapter in human history. But that dream never came to pass.
Huh? Okay.
A cruel twist of fate prevented Lord Babbage from completing the difference engine in his lifetime. But inspired by his ideas, humanity would go on to create devices of equal capability, which they then used to achieve other incredible things. Now, the Lord Babbage, who has materialized as a heroic spirit, dreams of another historical timeline. A hypothetical world where he succeeded at completing the difference engine. Alternatively, it may be that Lord Babbage is able to see the pruning theoretical phenomenon.
The pruning theoretical phenomenon? Oh, right! The pruning theoretical phenomenon. I remember now. Think you mentioned that when you guys were telling me your story. Let's see. I think the pruning theoretical phenomenon means futures that could have happened if circumstances were different? Uh-huh. I knew it.
As long as human history remains human history, there will also always be tomorrows that can never become today. Thus, it is the fate of humanity that all tomorrows which will never be part of a chronicle theoretical phenomenon will be pruned away.
Gotcha. Well, not really. But basically, you're saying this guy was inscribed in humanity for doing something he never actually managed to do? And now, he gets summoned to time periods different from his own, while still dreaming his old dreams, right? That's one of the saddest things I've heard in a long time. Watch a break thing. Your diary second half, alright. My life flashed before my eyes. Listening to Lord Michinaga speak, I felt as though my life were hanging by a thread. I can only thank my lucky stars that it wasn't my first time experiencing such a thing, and that it was not something I experienced with any frequency. When my hand stops moving, I feel as though I have been wandering for days on end, starved and desperate for water. My hand is most accustomed to forming characters into words, and words, in their turn, into stories. But every now and then it stops, like it did the other day. But this time, when my left hand halted, still holding my brush, something new appeared there. 3 mysterious glowing red marks known as command spells. A transient bond connecting me and the steel gentleman. The end. Excerpt from a diary. That was great! Thanks for going to the trouble to make us dinner so late at night.
Don't be ridiculous. You are Lady Koko's honored guest. It's no trouble at all. Now, if you're all done, I'll clear your dishes. Oh, and will you be heading out early tomorrow morning as well?
No, we're not planning on anything like that tomorrow.
Then I'll prepare your breakfast as well. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you for dinner.
Not at all. Good night. Alright, everyone. Please allow me to review what we have learned and what we face. I hope you will permit me to speculate where we still lack information.
Sounds great. Go for it, Danzo.
First, in regards to the Imperial Holy Grail War, we know that two masters have already been defeated. Namely, Lord Yusui and Lord Urabe, two of Raiko's 4 Heavenly Kings. We can count them as Masters 1 and 2, Lord Watanabe no Tsuna as Master 3, and Lord Kintoki as Master 4. As such, we can also assume that Lord Charles Babbage, the heroic spirit we believe positioned his Helter-Skelter's clones at Inari Shrine, is the servant of the 5th, still unknown, Master. I trust you are both with me thus far.
So, does that make Silfrost the 4th heroic spirit? Stone... Oh, for how many times do I have to say it?
Indeed. Remember, Lord Silfrost is himself a master.
Right. Of course. I didn't forget exactly. It just doesn't make sense to me. If I'm the 4th master, then where's my heroic spirit? It's not you either, right, Danzo?
Sorry, no. I am very much master's servant. Besides, Lord Kentucky, I am an assassin, not a caster. If it is true that a condition of Imperial Holy Grail War dictates all servants manifesting for it must be the casters, then it is just not possible for me to be your servant.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. It's just, ever since I got these command spells, I can't help but wonder where my heroic spirit could be. Anyway, getting back on track. Assuming this Babbage guy is the 5th heroic spirit. Then where's his master? The 5th one. And more importantly, who do we talk to about the Imperial Holy Grail War being evil so we can ask him to refrain from fighting?
What about conditions for becoming a master in the Imperial Holy Grail War? Do you know what those are, Lord Kentucky? For example, there are a number of conditions to become one in the typical Holy Grail War. Such as, the master must be a mage or someone with equivalent capabilities. They must have something they wish for deeply and so on.
Huh? Sounds similar to this one, but also really different.
Yes?
It's almost like this one's going about everything completely backwards, you know?
Indeed. Everything does seem to be turned on its head here. That is just the sort of twisted game Limbo loves to play. Oh, pardon me. I was just thinking to myself, and also considering how Limbo must pay for what he's done. Specifically, I was putting my analytical circuits to work while contemplating how Limbo must pay with my conscious mind.
Wow, talk about walking and chewing gum at the same time.
Now, I just had a thought. Lord Kentucky, you told us as before that Imperial Holy Grail War Masters are officially known as Imperial Warriors. So then, does that mean to be a master in the Imperial Holy Grail War, one must be a warrior too?
No, it doesn't. Not at all. Ouch, that was blunt.
It's alright, Master. I am a puppet, so I am alright. I am perfectly fine. Yes. But I think, I'm just going to stand over there. I'm just going to stand over here in the corner by myself for a while.
Aww. Ah! Danzo, wait! You didn't do anything wrong. I should have told you guys about this sooner. See, back when the Imperial Holy Grail War was just getting started, the Minister of the Left actually told us what the criteria for being selected were. The 7 people who will take part in the Imperial Holy Grail War shall be those who possess power known to every man, woman, and child in Heian-kyo. These people shall be known as Imperial Warriors, or Masters. In total, there shall be 7 casters summoned from foreign worlds, and 7 Imperial Warriors, Masters, to command them. Now go forth, Masters, and fight with all your might to collect these casters' heads. That is all. The heavens have spoken, and my word is theirs. And that's the long and short of it.
I see. So, you were told to collect the heads of the casters summoned for this Holy Grail War? Heroic spirits possess strength and powers beyond what is normally possible for humans. It is unusual to speak of them as prey. A single servant can easily defeat an entire army. In Master's world, they are seen as powerful weapons. They are mystics capable of even bringing myths or legends to life. And these Heian Imperial Warriors have been tasked with killing such powerful beings. That is truly frightening.
You think? The way I see it, it doesn't matter how strong someone is, they die like anyone else, long as you cut their head off. Then again, I guess that just goes to show why it's better to be safe than sorry. Gotta make sure I keep my guard up.
That merely being on your guard against beings as powerful as servants only proves my point!
Huh?
But never mind. As we were saying, I cannot think of any who possesses the sort of power Lord Michinaga spoke of besides other Heian warriors. Are you certain that is not the right answer? Did I sulk in the corner for nothing? What do you think, Master?
Are we sure all the Masters are Heian warriors? I don't know. Hey, here's a question for you two. Does power only ever mean mastery of martial arts?
That is a good question. There is certainly more than one kind of power. Masters of sumo are strong in very different ways from masters of the sword, the spear, or the bow. And there are no doubt many other similar examples as well.
Right? Far as I'm concerned, anyone who can cook is incredibly strong in their own right, like that maidservant. Oh, people who can read poetry are something else too. I've never been able to wrap my head around poetry.
Power? What is power? Oh, Lady Karuko is here. Welcome back. I'm glad to see you all safe and sound. So, I couldn't help but notice you didn't return straight after we left the palace. May I ask where you went? We
just hung around Zuaku Avenue a bit before heading out to take care of some monsters.
Monsters? Oh my.
You heard all those rumors going around about the steel monster? We heard it be seen at Inari Shrine. So we went to pay a little visit. Of course, it ended up just being some clones or illusions or something like that, so we'll have to go back later to look for the real thing.
I see. Did you think there was a monster hiding out there?
But hey, you don't gotta worry, Karuko. We might have missed it last time, but we'll definitely get it next time. Then no one will have to be scared of it. So you just sleep tight and don't worry about a thing, alright?
Alright. I'm sorry. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I hope you won't mind if I, take my leave and retire for the night.
Oh? Okay, I guess it is pretty late. Yeah, why don't you turn in? You can sleep easy tonight, knowing we got the steel monster thing well in hand.
Good night.
Are you okay, Karuko?
Oh, yes, it's nothing. Thank you for your concern. Good night.
Anyone else kind of worried about her?
Master, I'm sorry to disturb you so soon after you've gone to bed. Are you asleep?
No, I'm still up.
I see. Lady Karuko just went out on her own. What shall we do?
She was acting kind of odd, wasn't she?
Indeed. It seemed as though something was weighing on her mind.
I swear, how many times you gonna keep showing up like this? If Raiko catches you, it'll be your head under. Lord. I'm up! I'm up! What is it? There's a monster around? Where?
Lady Karuko just went out on her own. I was asking Master what we should do.
I see. She wasn't walking, was she?
No, she took a carriage.
Gotcha. What time's it now? Early morning? No, still way too dark for that.
It is still nighttime. Just before midnight, actually.
Let's follow her. Yeah, that makes sense.
Then I will scout ahead and find out where she is headed.
Damn, she's already gone, huh? Man, Danzo sure doesn't waste any time when she makes up her mind, does she?
Yup.
Alright then. Right, now that we're on the main road, which way do we go? She could have gone in any direction.
I have a report to make. Lady Karuko's carriage appears to be headed straight for Inari Shrine.
Whoa, she's gone again? That's impressive. Well, guess we better get going too then. Here, why don't I carry ya, so fast? That'll let us move way faster. Hold on tight, and whatever you do, don't bite your tongue. That's weird. We haven't run into a single creature yet. And we're almost to the shrine, too. Shut up! Helter Skelters! So you things got bored of hanging around underground, huh? Oh, right. No point in yelling at Shikigami, is there? Well, it doesn't matter. Get out of that way. Otherwise, we're gonna right through ya. Otherwise, we're going right through ya. Come on, Soapfrost.
大丈夫。落ち着いて。普段通りに。白兵戦、行きます。やだな。白兵戦、行きます。やだな。戦いです。白兵戦、行きます。私のイルカは言うこちらですね。もちろん入れましょう。ショータイム。青い空、エメラルドの海、そしてたくさんのお友達。みんな受け取って。レオセアナレグレス。とっておきのクルーズを。ショータイム。青い空、エメラルドの海、そしてたくさんのお友達。みんな受け取って。レオセアナレグレス。内緒ですよ。と一息入れましょう。さあ行きますよ。聖女より大いなる海の恵みをお届けです。ホップステップグレイトオーシャンでオセアンナレグレス。
Easy.
ありがとうございます。皆さんのおかげです。
Okay, I wonder how. Guess I will go with this one instead. But then, they both have guts revive. I guess I can give it a try for this one. Got Juna with powerful DPS. Karuko! Where are you? Looks like she left the carriage behind here. And her servants don't know where she is either. They're just waiting for her to get back. This must mean she...
You are correct. Lady Karuko went into the cave we found earlier.
Let's go after her. Right!
The magical energy in here is just as dense now as it was earlier. Thus far, there do not seem to be any hostile magical energy signals. I cannot be certain as my scans do not reach the innermost chambers, but I believe it is safe to say there are no familiars positioned ahead.
Come on, let's keep going.
Yes, Master.
Right on. It's hard to imagine Karuko attacking us, but this would definitely be the perfect place for an ambush. Not much room to move around in here, so let me lead the way. Danzo, would you bring up the rear?
Leave it to me.
So Frost, you stay behind me, and ahead of Danzo. If anything happens, I'll be counting on your help. Roger that. Huh? That's a new one. I don't know what it means, but I like it. Roger that. Come on, let's go. Whoa there.
Lord Kentucky.
Yeah, I can tell someone's here, but it doesn't feel like an ambush. Hey, in here! Unless you want to learn the hard way how accurately I can throw my axe. You better show yourself right to hell now!
Lord Kentucky.
I know, don't worry. I'm not really going to throw it. We might be dealing with Karuko after all, and I'd never do that to anyone who put me out and fed me. I'm just bluffing.
Well, I definitely don't want to have to dodge your axe.
Kyoko?
That's right. It's me, Kyoko, everyone's favorite big sister. I'm sorry, but I'd really rather you not go any further. Can't let you pass. You three are just going to have to turn around and go back the way you came.
Well, damn, this is a surprise. I hate to sound like an officer or something, but what in the world are you doing here, Kyoko? Don't tell me you're actually the master.
What to do? Telling you I'm the, master to throw you off would probably work. But unfortunately, I don't like lying like that. So, nope. I'm afraid it's just plain old me here. Besides, I don't even know what you even mean by master. So, she doesn't have anything to do with the Imperial Holy Grail War? Then, why are you here?
Please step aside, Kyoko. We have to meet with as many masters as we can. We're not looking to start any trouble here. We just want to talk. Please, understand.
Normally, I'd be happy to do anything you asked, Blondie. I mean, you never asked me for anything before, and now you've asked me for 2 favors in almost as many days. And since I'm such a dependable big sister to all, there's definitely a part of me that wishes I could do what you want. Yeah. But, I'm sorry. I just can't this time. Don't get me wrong. It's got nothing to do with you. I just can't let anyone go any further than this.
Are you trying to help Karuko?
You got it.
Really? How's that work? I thought you said you didn't even know each other.
I thought you said you didn't know each other. And it's true. We don't. The only thing we have in common is that we're both writers. She doesn't even know I'm out here trying to stop you guys. I'm just out here doing this on my own. For my own selfish reasons.
Huh?
I have rarely seen such sheer brazeness. Maybe I said this before. Maybe I didn't. But I really love the stories she writes. I mean really, really love them. That's why I'm not letting anyone past here. I don't care who they are. Of course, that might be easier said than done, since I'm really not a fighter. The most I can do is play a mean game of Kimari, so maybe you can give me a pass cause I'm just so pretty.
What? Whoa, come on! You gotta know that ain't happening. I didn't want to bring this up, but you're not exactly a spring chicken anymore, Kyoko. Besides, there's 3 of us and only 1 of you. Even if you were as skilled and Amyoji as Lord Seimei, I still don't think you could beat us by yourself.
Did you think you could just slip in that horrible and uncalled for dick at my age and I missed it, Blondie? Now that you poked this proverbial bear, I'm just going to lead off with my trump card. Or talisman, in this case.
Hang on. Is that one of Lord Seimei's talismans? Well, I thought you hated Onyoji.
Well, yeah, I do. I especially can't stand their loud chanting. And while Lord Seimei's easy on the eyes and all, I'm not super interested in being his friend. But he did give me this talisman before he disappeared. And I think it's because he knew I was going to do this. Honestly, that kind of pisses me off too. But right now, I can deal with it. Alright guys, you're up.
Oh, it's like a Pokemon style.
Multiple hostiles confirmed. Master, she seemed to have used some kind of summoning spell.
You've got to be kidding me.
Let's freaking go!
Oh boy, Shikigami, Kami Heavy, Shikigami, so you could go. Okay, so this bitch. I don't know how she was behind it. She must be like a Pokemon trainer. Okay.
分かった。星は縮小し、行くぞ。粛清、排除、そして英語。そうか。
I don't know. Maybe.
創世滅亡輪。前世なる者には生、悪性たる者には裁き。マハープララヤ。無駄だ。崩壊。
Right. I hate this. Oof. That was scary.
魔導こ
こういうつまんの練習だな。他にやることないの？
そう分かった。
行くぞ。
失墜せ。愚か。
罠だ。
Please, don't do that. Today's my chance.
星、そう、それか。創世滅亡輪。前世なる者には生、悪性たる者には裁 マハプララヤ。ほう。
勝利を獲得しましたぞ。では記念に詩を作りましょう。
Alright. Let me check. What's next? Okay. Exactly the same. Hopefully. Kind of, almost.
Yeah!
All hostiles eliminated. The battle is over. Man. Oh, that's smart. Hold out your hand. Oh, thanks. Ah, man, so much for that. Guess that's what I get for stepping so far out of my wheelhouse. And now that the talisman is all used up, I'm pretty much done.
Kyoko.
Have you ever read that story of hers? It's great stuff, you know? I really love it. Well, except for Hikaru. He's the one character I just can't stand. But him aside, it's got several amazing romances. Comedic scenes, dramatic scenes, feel-good scenes, quiet scenes. Really, there's just something special about it. It doesn't matter how many times I've read it. I always get so caught up that I can't put it down till I've finished. So you better believe I want to see how a story this special ultimately ends. That's why well...
We're not going to hurt Karuko. I promise. Right, Kentucky? I'm supposed to protect women and children. I never just go around fighting them. Even now, we haven't actually laid so much as a finger on you, right, Kyoko? So don't worry. Like I said right at the beginning, I came here to talk, not to throw my axe around. I know what you're worried about, and I'm telling ya, it's not gonna happen. I won't let it happen.
I too would like to dream the way you do. If I were to go beyond your thick steel armor, do you think I could see your world for myself?
Ridiculous. If that is meant to be a joke, Master, it is not funny. You need only be concerned with your own dreams. What remains of mine is my business alone. Besides, the act of telling stories is not so different from following one's dreams, finding inspiration in great poetry, and creating your own world. Indeed, you already have a dream of your own, Master Karuko.
How can you be so certain, Lord Babbage? After all, you were...
True, my own attempts at poetry were far from inspirational. But I did count a number of great poets among my friends, and I am quite familiar with their words. So I do know the many joys and sorrows of those who tell stories. And I know what it is you wish for more than anything.
Alright.
Now then, how long are you going to spy on us? It is past time you revealed yourselves, brave youths. So, you knew we were here, huh?
We apologize for interrupting the discussion. You must be Lord Charles Babbage. Ah! It's you three! Did you follow me here? I'm so sorry, Lord Babbage. I didn't...
Sorry about this, Karuko. So, you know my true name. Then I will not bother with questions, as you are clearly here as part of the Imperial Holy Grail War. Yeah, we are. But don't go jumping to conclusions too quickly. I just want to talk. The Imperial Holy Grail War is an evil plot. Or at least, we suspect it is. And I, for one, sure don't feel like playing right into some jerk of a villain's hands. So, what do you say? Will you? That thing's got some heft. Must be one helluva heavy hammer you got there. Looks like you must be the original steel monster then. This is a staff. Please, just hear what we have to say.
Why are you being so hasty, Lord Babbage?
There is nothing to discuss. Looks like we got a hard-headed old man on our hands. You can hear us, right, Steel Guy? Karuko? We think the Imperial Holy Grail was an evil scheme. The whole thing might be a trap laid by a seriously wicked bastard. We don't want either of you getting caught up in something like that. Don't listen to them, Karuko. I was called here by a true Holy Grail's power. I will therefore do all that is within my power to see my master's wish granted. Ugh, you just don't get it, do you? There's no telling for sure that anybody's wish is going to be granted. Don't go risking your life for something you don't even know you can trust. We have nothing to discuss. Humans are fragile creatures. Life is fleeting. So if there's even the slightest chance of realizing one's heart's desire, one must put everything they have towards making a reality. Do you understand? Stand down! Not happening! Kentucky. I know. I'm just gonna get him to cool down. Here he comes! Steam pressure rising. Steam pressure rising. Engaging stage 2 combat mode. Oh boy.
Can you
say about that?
Okay, Burn.
ツーマンの練習だな。こいつマンの練習だな。他にやることない。
ロミオの悲嘆。
粛清排除分かった。それか創世滅亡輪。善性なる者には生、悪性たる者には裁き。マハープララヤ。失墜せ愚かガーンディー表現。これはただ一歩の小さき歩みなり。
Easy. One turn. Man, he hits hard. It's like fighting one of the giant bears from the mountain. But you should have known better than to challenge me to a sumo match. Take this! You're strong enough to hurl even my armor. Impressive, hero of the East. Restarting engines. Restarting engines. A malfunction in my armor. Impossible. I never dreamed you would be this strong.
Lord Babbage!
Karuko. Please, Karuko, we just want to talk. Lady Fujiwara no Karuko, daughter of Lord Fujiwara no Tamatoki, are you a master? One of the Imperial warriors taking part in the Imperial Holy Grail War? Or not?
I am no warrior. However,
That's right. You're not a warrior. You have no experience with martial arts, and from what I hear, you're not much good with Shikigami either. But you do have power. Of course you do. But it ain't the power to fight or use Shikigami. You have the power to weave words and bring stories to life. A kind of power I could never hope to achieve. Would have been nice if Lord Michinaga could have just come out and said it. But oh well. The point is, you're the 5th master of Imperial Holy Grail War, aren't you, Lady Murasaki Shikibu?
Lord Michinaga doesn't know I'm a master, nor does Lord Ashia Doman. They couldn't possibly know. Only the heavens could know about the marks that appeared on my left hand. I refuse to engage in battle with anyone. I won't fight. I can't fight. My only gift is for writing. What wish could I possibly hope to have granted in the Imperial Holy Grail War? I don't. Of course.
Be honest. You do have a wish you want granted, don't you?
In normal Holy Grail Wars, it is precisely those with strongly held wishes that the Grail chooses. I expect it is no different from the Imperial Holy Grail War, Lady Karuko. It seems I can't put anything past you. You're right. I do have a wish.
Karuko.
It's alright, Lord Babbage. These people aren't here for your head. I believe they're telling us the truth. I can no longer continue to lie to them in good conscience. I do hope you all can forgive me. The truth is, I want to give my story the greatest ending possible. That is my wish. No more. No less.
You're talking about the tale of Genji.
Yes, I am.
Well, hey, you're still in the middle of writing it, right? So why can't you just keep going until you're done? This is your story we're talking about here. You can decide exactly when and how it ends. You don't need a Holy Grail for that, yeah?
I wish it was that simple. Choosing the right words, putting together sentences, wearing it out together into a story. Truth be told, the whole process feels very much like going through summer without anything to drink. At times, it can be very difficult to keep going. And just as a traveler's legs can grow heavy one over time, so too can the fingers that hold a brush. And this is not something that has happened but once or twice. I can't tell you how many times I've nearly collapsed under the weight of it all. This was one of those times. It was so bad that I was very close to giving up entirely. How should I end my story? What sort of ending should I give Hikaru? I agonized long and hard over what I should do. Even when I slept, my fingers would continue to paint words in the air with my brush. Then, after several fruitless days and sleepless nights, the Imperial Holy Grail War was announced. And I acquired the mark of a master. These glowing red lines appear on my hand, followed by Lord Babbage's appearance at my house. My wish?
Indeed, your wish. It was the strength of your wish that called to me. Now, I will do everything in my power to see it granted. So wish, for you have earned the right. Be proud, for I will lend you my strength.
What do you mean?
The Imperial Holy Grail War is a ritualistic fight to the death. That is, the deaths of the heroic spirits involved.
That's terrible. I mean, I do have a wish. I'm wishing here for it right now, in fact. But fighting? With a blade? I couldn't possibly do that. Also, what do you mean by the death lives of the heroic spirits involved?
I refer to my own death. Should I die, you will have lost the Imperial Holy Grail War.
What? I can't do that. Not after you came all this way from another world. I may still not quite understand who you even are, but I can't possibly wager your life in pursuit of my own wishes. I don't want to see anyone hurt over a mere wish. No longer of mine could possibly be worth that.
Very well. I understand how you feel, Karuko. So instead of fighting for you, I shall be your shield. You will not need to fight. I will keep you safe until the Holy Grail War is concluded. I am not the heroic spirit of a warrior, and so can tell that you are no warrior either. The Holy Grail tells me that the Imperial Holy Grail War is meant to be fought by masters protecting their servants. But you are in luck. You may not possess strength comparable to a servant, but you are a master worthy of your servant's protection. Indeed, that is how a proper Holy Grail War is meant to be fought. So rest assured, when it comes to defense, I can fight every bit as well as any warrior. So I will see you safe to the end of this Imperial Holy Grail War. On that, you have my word.
I see. So you are here to protect Lady Karuko. That strategy does seem sound. During the day, you could hide out here in this cavern. And at night, you will return to Lady Karuko's house to keep her safe from the other masters. I assume that has been your strategy. After all, even if Lady Karuko's master status were to be revealed during the day, it would most likely be at the palace, where fighting is strictly forbidden. That is why you only needed to concern yourself with protecting her during the night.
Oh, got it. Sounds kinda like a couple who don't live together, where the husband only sees his wife at night. Except this guy's job is to keep her safe. So by day, she'd be safe at the palace, and at night, you protect her yourself. Indeed, I cannot let Karuko come to harm. Great poets are one of humanity's greatest treasures. They must be protected at all cost.
Lord Babbage.
Hang on. Then, does that mean you weren't using Shikigami around the shrine and road? You were actually out there yourself? Indeed. Well, I'll be damned. That takes being bold and daring to a whole new level. And here I thought you were just sending out Shikigami to patrol. What about that spear form trick Danzo does sometimes? Why didn't you just use that? That way, nobody would have ever suspected anything was up, nighttime or not. I know I would have found this place if you'd done that. You are correct. And of course, I did employ my spear form a great deal early on in the proceedings. However, for a heroic spear who refuses to take part in a Holy Grail War, the spear form is too effective for its own good. The passive act of sitting back and remaining in spear form for a long period threatens to upend the entire ritual. And the minister of the left in charge of the Imperial Holy Grail War, Michinaga Fujiwara, refused to accept that. Michinaga, huh?
Yes. 3 days after the Imperial Holy Grail War began, Lord Michinaga had every Onyoji in the Onyo Bureau work together to place a boundary field under the city's ley lines, which prevented Lord Babbage from using his spirit form anywhere in the city grounds.
A penalty, in so many words. After spending most of the first few days entirely in my spirit form, I was cursed to remain in my physical form for the remainder of the Imperial Holy Grail War. A spirit form restriction curse. I do have to give these Eastern mages credit for their cleverness with curses. I never imagined they would target me through the ley lines. So that's why you didn't use your spirit form. You literally couldn't. Now I getcha. No wonder you had no choice but to walk down the road. Guess that also explains why you were in such a rush to settle things when we showed up. But, wait a sec. If you were watching over Karuko's house at night, where were you the night we showed up? I am still able to use my spirit form for extremely short periods in case of emergency, so that is what I did. So then, these last couple of days, at night, I remained hidden away at a distance and used my thermal sensors to monitor Karuko's well-being. Alright, that connects a lot of dots. Still, I'm amazed you two managed to keep this secret this long. You do know there have been rumors of you going around town, right? That's right. Indeed. And of course, I've heard the same rumors.
Master, get behind me!
Oh. This cave is one of Kyo's spirit caverns. Not that I would expect anyone who isn't an officer to know about it. A poor showing on your part, Kentucky. Take up a combat stance. So, you continue to throw your lot in with Kentucky. As you have nothing to do with the Imperial Holy Grail War, I will spare your life. But your interference may cost you at least one of your limbs. I'm not used to fighting people, and I'm especially unaccustomed to holding back.
These Heian Genji warriors are true terrifying foes. Even with all of my sensors tuned for maximum sensitivity help make our way through this cave, I still didn't notice him.
Afraid it's been more of a poor showing from you, Tsuna. Hate to tell ya, but we got here first. You don't get anything for second place here. Not on my watch. I've known what was happening here for quite a while now. I simply chose not to do anything about it for the time being. I figured there might be at least one idiot who would jump on the rumors of a heroic spirit walking around the main road at night. I never expected that idiot would be you, though. I suppose you and I are just fated to run into each other like this, Kintoki. Alright. Who cares if you already knew about this place or not? Everyone knows you don't go snatching other people's quarry out from under their feet. Lord Babbage there isn't just any old steel monster. He's also my guest. So I'm not letting you or anyone else take him away. You fell for it. Tsuna Watanabe, one of the strongest warriors of this age. You've even claimed the heads of 2 servants already. Yet you somehow never suspected that my nighttime walks might be part of a plan. Now, let me show you what I can do so close to the ley line. Steam pressure rising. Steam pressure rising. Unlocking combat maneuvers. Connecting steam engine. Steam pressure at maximum. Emergency. Releasing my noble phantasm true name. Dimension of steam. Youch! That's hot! Hey, what's with all the white smoke?
The entire cave has filled with steam, and there are dozens of helter-skelters within it. You must have released his noble phantasm's true name.
These numbers. You have an army at your command? It is my dreams, my obsessions, and my ceaseless regrets that give my noble phantasm its power. Now, the remains of my dreams will crush you where you stand. Ha 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 ha! I told you, you fell for my trap, Tsuna Watanabe. Holy hell! 1, 2, 3. Just how many Shikigami are there? Damn, nice work, Steel Guy. My dreams and reception should keep him busy for a while, as they will manifest without end. Come, brave youths. Now is our chance. Hell yeah! Let's get out of here. Come on, we can escape while the helter-skelters are holding him back. No.
Huh?
No. That is not the chance I mean. We may never get a better opportunity to settle matters between us. Fight me, brave youths. Babbage?
Lord Babbage? No, you must. I can't be of any help to you in battle. Even with Lord Samus tutelage, I still know next to nothing of Yodo. Certainly nothing that could be of aid. So please reconsider. There's no possible way for you to win. Look, Kentucky and Lord Sofas are right. Now is your chance to escape. There's no need for you to stay here. There are any number of places you could flee to. You could leave the city and go on to the far west of Japan, or the east, or even further, if necessary. Anywhere is better than here, if staying here means you end up hurt because of me.
Karuka. No. Murasaki Shikabu. princess of storytelling. The difference engine I dreamed of could calculate anything and everything. While it may never have become a reality, or become the all-powerful device of which I dream, it is still enough for me to know that this is where my path ends. Suna Watanabe is an excellent hunting dog, a wolf even. There is no telling how long my trap will hold him off. Which is why I am choosing to pass my current hopes and dreams on to another. Forgive me for breaking my promise, storytelling princess.
Lord Babbage, you must! Your divinations may be shockingly accurate, but that doesn't mean you need to let them decide your own fate!
I'm sorry, Karuko. This is how it must be. You're serious about this, aren't you? You remember I already beat you once before, right? And you still want to do this? I do. You saw Karuko crying about this, right? And you still want to do this? I do. You remember everything we told you? I do. That's so. Why are you going along with this? When someone's made up their mind like this, there's nothing anyone can do to change it. Am I wrong?
No, I suppose not.
I shall entrust my soul, my life, my dreams to you. Now, prove you can shatter the steel that armors my heart. If you cannot, your lives are forfeit.
Master, over here!
You who possess power, you who thirst, yearn, and struggle to make your wishes reality. If your desires are true, then join battle and kill as you must. For the only way forward to realizing your wishes is to use the power you possess to make your way through me. Alright, Charles Babbage, I hear ya. There's no going back here, is there? Of course not! What the?
A reality marble! Master!
I recognize this place. This is a deathmatch stage. Yes, from Shimoza. This is a blood-stained battlefield of Limbo, where the losing heroic spirit's soul shall be consumed upon defeat. The Imperial Deathmatch Stage! My true name is Charles Babbage. This is where my dreams of an obsession shall halt you in your tracks. Hear me, O frightful gods, and laugh. Hear me, O glittering sun, and shine. Now come, and show me the extent of your power. Show me what you will do to make your wish reality. If there's no talking our way out of this, dear guy, then you're on. I see your strength and the depth of your resolve, and I'm ready to meet them in battle. Let's do this! Alright, where the hell is that? Holy Grail, 116, and that freaking thing. I swear to God I saw it. You literally have no craft essences. Angel Boy, wow. Am I gonna have to offend him later? What about this one? Demento? Kinda does the same. He doesn't know. Should I just go with the wear that thing? I probably do want the what do I call it? But I still want to get Gajuna for like the crit monster guy. Come on, I swear to God, this refresh system it's totally suck. It's just like the tree the same. You find nothing. I still gotta find out the Holy Grail thing. Otherwise, if I can't find it, I'm wasting my time and I might as well just like use double cast Toya and then just set up. Okay, there it is. Alright, I'm gonna make sure. I should probably switch this one just in case. And that. Oh, right. Sure hit. You know what? I'm gonna switch it. Yeah, you know what? Let's switch around like this. Because at the second break point, you'll have a evasion, which requires 10 times to hit, 3 turns lasted, and it is unremovable. So I'm gonna go with this one. Just go through my guts. Yeah, let's go with that one. Both sides. Under the dark sun. Offer up your lives.
まだまだ未熟者ですが頑張ります。
最大
やだね。戦いですか。やだね。
神々昇乱があれ。奥の手だ。行くぞ。代金など
やります。
やるぞ木馬。定めの化身、蹂躙の具現、せめて一撃で終わらせよう。トロイヤ・イポス。まだよ。
少し痛いぞ。
ここでまっすぐ。
ペーネロペ、副作用などないはずだ。木馬で出る。ほう、おう。アイギス接続、後部格の声で発進、殲滅警戒で叩く。トロイア一発。こいつで決まりだ。
What hitting?
ないのか。
I can't even see the camera.
話しかける。奥の手だ。よく聞くぞ。なるほど。アイギス接続、後部格の声で発進、殲滅警戒で叩く。トロイア一発。こいつで決まりだ。少し痛いぞ。光を。
蒸気圧最大。
Oh. Trying to fucking apply invincible?
奥の手だ。おう、なるほど。
I don't think so.
やるぞ、木馬。定めの化身、蹂躙の具現、せめて一撃で終わらせよう。トロイアイポス。あばよ。光に消えろ。
Ooh, so close.
治療法が決まった。よく聞くぞ。おう。真の蘇生薬とは比べるべくもない。受け取れ。リザレクションフロートパルス。少し痛いぞ。貫け。
ディファレンスレンジ。
Ooh. I can't. Okay, well.
戦いですか。
I can't. Fuck, I can't. I can't MPCO. Damn it. Should I? Yeah. Fuck it.
やだね。白兵戦行きます。
Fuck. I don't know. What am I thinking? Okay, they.
何のために。
奥の手だ。おう。
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。
アイギス接続、後部格の声で発進、殲滅警戒で叩く。トロイア一発。こいつで決まりだ。光を。
もうやだ。
That debuff immunity. Looks like I might gonna win.
ペーネロペ、神々よ、昇乱があれ。奥の手だ。行くぞ。
Okay, never mind.
木馬で出る。おう、なるほど。
やるぞ木馬定めの化身蹂躙の語源せめて一撃で終わらせようトロイヤ・イポスあばよ胸で
Ha ha.
俺の前に立つな
Yeah, that was fun fight. It seems this contest of strength has ended with your victory, Gendoki.
Lord Babbage! Lord Babbage! Charles!
What happened?
Allow me to explain, Lord Suna. The enemy servant's spirit core has been shattered. It will be long now before he departs from this world.
So he chose death rather than fight. Then this was suicide. No, that's not quite right. He threw his lot in with Kentucky, my inferior, in order to protect his master. I can see his logic. Restraint has never been my forte. My Hichikiri even left Lord Urabe and Lord Yusui, two of the 4 heavenly kings, seriously wounded. Lady Murasaki, who knows nothing of martial arts, may not have been fortunate enough to escape merely missing an arm. Come, Caster. We have no more business here. Kentucky has won this death match.
Yes, Lord Suna.
Charles Babbage.
Lord Babbage.
There is nothing strange about this. I could not be happier with this outcome. Even as I followed my different engine's instructions, I bet everything on a flash of inspiration from my soul. You there, the boy with the black hair. There is something familiar about you. It almost feels as though we are old friends. Friends who once walked side by side, somewhere far, far away. Am I merely imagining things? No. No, I am certainly not. I am not sure that entrusting you with my undertaking is the right thing to do. I may not have been able to keep my promise to Karuko, but even so, I would ask that you protect her in my place. Please. I know. You don't gotta say it. I'm not gonna let anyone hurt her. That said, once you die, your master will lose her master status. And Brother Tsuna won't have any more reason to go after her. But you knew that when you challenged us, didn't you? Young warrior who reminds me of nothing so much as a crimson dragon. Beautiful eastern autumn maton. Young man with the black hair. Karuko.
Lord Babbage.
Do not throw away your dreams. None of you need throw anything at all away. Not even that something is a dream. The most fragile, fleeting thing in the world. You must not throw it away. Our dreams? No fear, old man! I am but a heroic spirit recorded by humanity after my dreams were crushed. Which is exactly why I implore you now not to forget your own dreams, young ones. Never lose hope. It will not always be easy. At times, it will be sheer agony. You may pause. You may rest. But you must never, ever abandon your dreams. As long as you hold onto your dreams, you may always pick yourself up and keep moving. Encase your dreams in steel armor forged from your own ideals. Do that, and nothing will stop you. Now go! It matters not if you lose your way or suffer injury, young ones. As long as you keep forging ahead.
Lord Babbage!
Ah, man. Alright, let's finish this thing before I will call off the stream. The city of Kyo, currently in the midst of the Imperial Holy Grail War. Lately, foul creatures have even been prowling the city's main roads. And recently, something even stranger has been seen there. My steel caster. The steel monster was said to be a great hulking beast that stalked the streets of Kyo at night, and that towered over women and men alike. Now, he will never be seen again. All that remained of him was a faint mass of glittering light, which shortly vanished. Following my defeat, the marks on my left hand disappeared, never to return. I do not doubt that people will be glad to hear these new rumors. They will no doubt say it was our valiant officer who vanquished the red-eyed steel monster. But I know the truth. The steel monster was no monster at all. The worst thing he ever did was to protect me. The end. Excerpt from a diary. But that's supposed to be Shikabu's point of view.
Alright, I shall be back later. My duties at the palace keep me quite busy even when I'm not writing, you see. Oh, no need to worry about my protection. My family's carriage is embedded with special talismans, so I'll be alright with just my servants. You are still free to stay here as long as you like. I won't breathe a word to the main Genji house. Alright, I shall see you later. Please, enjoy your breakfast.
Will do. Thanks. Thanks, Karuko.
Not at all. Alright, I had best be going.
She's still putting up a brave front, isn't she?
Yes, I believe so. Lady Karuko has been hiding her tears, but I noticed some signs of redness around her eyes. I doubt she was able to get much sleep last night.
Nah, she's alright. Or at least, if she says she's alright, that's good enough for me. I think. The way I see it, sometimes putting up a brave front's a way to help yourself to feel better. It's kinda like armor for your heart. At least, that's what I think. So I'd rather see this as Karuka finding herself a damn fine set of armor. Yeah, that's how I'm choosing to see it.
I see. That is a lovely way to look at it, Lord Kentucky.
Whoa, check it out. Pretty awesome weather we're having today. Encase our dreams in steel armor forged from our own ideals, huh? Man, that's good. That's real good. I wish I could say something that good and mean it one day. But I don't think I can. What is my dream? What is it I want to do? It's no use. No matter how much I think about it, I keep coming up short. I may be grown up on the outside, but I'm an empty vessel inside, where it counts. Things were a lot simpler back on the mountain. If I didn't like something, I'd just grab it and toss it. I laughed, I wrestled, I ate, I slept. That's all there was to it. What's wrong with me? What is it I'm missing? It's been a few years since I was named one of Raiko's 4 Heavenly Kings and charged with defending the city. And I still have no idea. I don't know if I'll ever be cut out to be a master. I'm empty. I got no reason to fight anywhere. I want something else. Something right. A dream. Sure, I'll take that. Give me one of those. What'd you call it before, Silkfrost? A morphing hero? Hell, I'll take that too. The point is, I ain't got any real substance to me. And Babbage? He had it in spades. I really envy that. Dreams, fantasies, and all covered in steel. I don't quite get what he meant by all that, but I could tell he shined bright. Damn bright. Yeah, I think he really embodied that word you introduced me to. What was it again? Oh, yeah. He was golden! Don't you think, Silkfrost? Yeah, I do. Yeah. That's right. That old steel guy was real golden. Alright. That's enough for that. I'm gonna call off for that stream. I will continue more of these Heian-kyo for Lostbelt 5.5. I will see you guys in the next part of live stream. So, peace out, and have a good night.